Guys, it's Sarah, and today I am going to read some of your assumptions that you have made about me. So these can be personal, they can be reading related, like it was kind of whatever you want to say, let me know. And I was a little scared to post this. This is something I've been wanting to do because I saw a lot of people doing it. And I was also a little bit scared because I saw some that were kind of mean to other people and they would call them out. But I think I didn't get anything like that, which is so nice. So maybe because I'm not a huge booktuber and I don't have a lot of trolls, or I don't have a lot of people who are just saying things meanly just to be mean. I'm very grateful for that. And anyone who has ever said anything like that on my channel, I've blocked them already. So I have had a couple. I've had a couple comments that were like, oh, okay, you're just here to be mean. No, thank you. I blocked those immediately. But yeah, so these were all really nice. So thank you. Okay, I'm going to read them and I'm going to let you know. And a couple of them I had multiple people say the same thing, so I'm going to put those together. But I had actually a pretty good list. I was pretty excited. So I put this on Instagram and asked you guys to send me your assumptions. So, okay, I kind of put them in the order that I was, when I had time to sit down, I would go through them. All right, so first one is you are shy. Yeah, I'm a little shy in the beginning. When you first meet me, I'm not overtly, outgoing, and I don't run up to people and, new people and hey, I'm Sarah. That's not me. I'm kind of an introvert. So if you come up to me and start having a conversation, I will talk to you. Absolutely. I won't, shy away from you or anything, but I'm not a super outgoing person. Okay, the next one, I got 4 people said this, that I'm very neat and organized. Yes, I am very neat and organized. My husband's the same way. Our house is not usually cluttered. We declutter a lot, actually. And it's picked up every day pretty much. The girls help, they do chores and they pick up their stuff too. And yeah, it's pretty organized. I like things neat because if I see a lot of chaos, then my brain can't function. I have to have things neat, and yeah, visual clutter just stresses me out. Another one I got is you're very scheduled time-wise. I try to be. I try to schedule out my time so that I have enough time to do everything I want to do. I'm not the best at it. I could probably be much better. And I've actually, looked at different type of scheduling techniques to kind of, do things. But for the most part, I get my appointments in my planner and then I try to plan around those basically, So I don't know. I don't schedule my time out to the minute at all. Not even to the hour. Just I do what I need to do outside the house when I need to do it. And I have to-do lists every day and I try to get those done, and that's it. So this next one was interesting. It was, I assume you have not traveled much before being married to your husband. So my husband is in the Air Force. We move around quite a bit. We're actually at our 5th station. Yep, we're at our 5th station right now. When we move again, which may be in another year, it'll be our 6th. So we've been, around the country a little bit. And to assume that I've not traveled much before being married, that's false. I'm actually an Air Force brat. My dad was in the Air Force. He was active duty when I was born, and he retired when I graduated high school. So we spent my entire childhood moving around. We moved around quite a bit. We lived overseas a couple times. And yeah, we made our rounds with that too. We moved every probably 2 or 3 years with my dad. So yeah. I have traveled. I have been to different countries. We've lived overseas and gone and traveled around there when I was young. But I do remember some of it. And yeah, we have lived in quite a few places. One assumption is you put your family first. Absolutely. Absolutely. Family is the most important thing above everything else. Absolutely. Another one is you like to help people. Yes. To my detriment at times. I have actually learned to take a step back a little bit. I would get into situations, especially, being an Air Force spouse, I would get really involved with the spouses group and other people and trying to help other families. And while that was really great and rewarding, and I really enjoyed doing it, I got to a point where I was doing too much and I was suffering because of it. So I've learned to kind of take a little bit of a step back. I don't have to do everything. And, if things need to get done, I can ask other people to help out. There's other people who can do things. You don't have to volunteer for everything. And that's something I've had to really learn the hard way. So I did find myself a little bit drained because I was helping other people so much. So, yes, I like to help others, but I have to put limitations on it as well. All right. You are laid back and slow to anger. Depends on who you ask. My kids might not say that. I guess for the most part, I'm slow to anger. If I'm stressed out already and then something makes me angry, I will snap. I will just I've had some not so pretty moments because of that. So I think if I'm already under a lot of stress and then something else just stresses me out, I don't handle it very well. And I think that's just build up type stuff. But I think for the most part, I can be pretty laid back and just, I let things roll off me pretty easily for the most part. It's just those times where like everything is piling up or everything is going wrong or I'm, things like that. So I guess yes and no. All right. Another one is you never leave the house without a book or an ebook. That is true. I always have either my current physical book I'm reading or my Kindle in my purse. Always, always, always. And if something happens where I don't, I have my Kindle app on my phone. So whatever I'm reading on my Kindle, I can get on my phone. I'm never without a book. And that's just, I leave the house. There's no telling what could happen while I'm out. I could be stuck somewhere. I could be stuck in line. I could be, doing whatever. And if I ever have some free time, then I like to pull out my book and read. So that is a true assumption. Next one is you are confident in who you are. I am. It took me a while to get there. It definitely did, but I'm definitely comfortable with who I am. I'm an introvert. I'm a homebody. I like to be at home, comfortable around my people and, my surrounding. My home is my sanctuary. And, I do like to go out and do stuff too, but I'm not a person that always feels like I need to be going out and doing things and being seen and, we have to go do all the things. Like, no, I get tired. I'm 40. We'll go out and do a couple things, but then I want to go back home. And I'm totally comfortable with that. All right. Next one is interesting. You were an Army brat growing up. Close. I was an Air Force brat growing up, which I just talked about. My dad was active duty for pretty much my whole life. He retired when I graduated high school, and then we all moved back to Florida, and I started college in Florida, an hour away from my parents, and they stayed here and retired and are here still today. So, Air Force brat growing up. All right. So next one, you avoid drama and make friends easily. Girl, yes. I hate drama. I stay so far away from it. That's why I'm not on Twitter. I am only because publishers prefer you to have a Twitter account because it's just more social media that they can push their books through. So I do have a Twitter account. I have linked my Goodreads to it. So anytime I read a book or finish a book or review a book, it goes up on Twitter. I think I used to have my YouTube as well. I think that still goes through. There was some sort of weird thing where it wasn't going through for a while, but I think it's still, if I post a video, it goes on Twitter as well, a link to it. But that's all I use it for. I don't get on there and I don't tweet. I don't scroll. I guess I follow people, I was doing it in the beginning, but I don't actively follow anybody. I don't read tweets. I don't do anything like that because every single time I'm on Twitter, I see so many negative things on my feed. I can't stand it. And, whether it's booktube drama, which there's no, political stuff is really, really bad on Twitter. And I can't stand it. I just see so many hateful things that it's just not a place I want to be. So I definitely avoid drama. I don't have drama in my life either. I have been around dramatic people, especially, being in the Air Force, you meet some people who are a little bit over the top and dramatic, and I avoid those like the plague. I do make friends easily. And I'm pretty good about, kind of seeing who I click with pretty quickly. And then I can kind of tell who people, certain people are going to be just acquaintances more than friends, But yeah, so if I click with somebody, it's pretty quick. All right. Next one is you wanted to be a nurse growing up. Oh no, no. I don't like blood. I don't like blood. I don't like open wounds. I don't like needles. Needles are I've had 2 children, so I'm kind of used to it now. Like you get poked so much when you're pregnant. So I'm kind of used to that by now. If I have to go in and get blood or like, get blood drawn or whatever, it's not a big deal. But I don't want to be the one doing it. And I don't want to see all that stuff and injuries. Like, nope, nope. Okay, I got a couple people say I'm a type A personality. And yeah, that probably comes across. But yeah, I would say I'm a type A. Yeah, yep. I'm sure that comes across very clearly. Okay, this next one was funny. This is from my friend John on Facebook. He said, your crafting habit exceeds the cost of most drug habits. I'm going to give him that one. Yeah, I think so. It's probably more my book habit now because I am a scrapbooker as well. If you don't know, I have another channel on YouTube under my name that is crafting and scrapbooking. Mostly that's all I really do. But I make layouts and albums and stuff, and I film them and put them on YouTube. And I don't buy craft supplies as much as I used to. I really don't. Because I have so much. I have so many scrapbooking supplies that I get kind of the essentials that I need. I get adhesives that I need. I get ink if I need it, that kind of thing. But as far as other supplies, I don't really go out and buy a ton anymore just because I have so much. And I really, truly don't remember the last time I just bought like stickers or, die cuts or whatever the newest thing is coming out, the new lines and everything. I don't really do that. I try to use what I have. Books, however, we all know that's a different story. So my book habits probably exceed most drug habits. So I'm going to say yes. Okay, another one was you don't like confrontation. Oh, I do not. If anyone gets confrontational, I'm like, nope. And I'm a turtle in my shell. Like, get away from me. I don't want to have this discussion. I don't mind healthy debates about things, but confrontation, like, no, I'm not a confrontational person at all. And I had to deal with that in our last base. There was just a certain person that I had big issues with, and it was hard to be around her just because I knew, so many things that she had said and done and was just causing so many problems. And it got to a point where I just said, I'm just going to forget that she exists because I don't want to have to deal with any of this stuff anymore. It was bad. So, that goes along with the drama thing too. I don't like drama. I don't like confrontation. And I don't even like watching confrontations. Like my husband will watch these videos where people are like fighting and I'm like, no, turn it off. It's so bad. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't even want to see it. I'm not even involved in this and I don't want to see it. Like I can't stand it. All right. Next one is you'd rather stay in reading than go out partying. Yes, girl. Seriously. Not so much in college. In college, I was a party animal. I partied a lot in college. I was out all the time, all the time. So different now. Like I spent most of this past weekend on Friday reading a book in bed and I was so happy. Like that's all I wanted to do. I spent almost all day in bed reading a book and it was a really good book. And that was my happy place. That's where I'd rather be. So absolutely, I'm definitely, I like going out and doing stuff. I don't party. I'm 40. I don't party anymore. Like the hangover's not worth it, guys. Seriously. It takes me 3 days to recover from one night of partying. I don't want to do that anymore. But I do like to go out and have a couple of drinks every once in a while. Everything's fine. And yeah, but no, I'd rather stay home. Okay, next one is, I got a couple people say, you're a Ravenclaw. Proud Ravenclaw. Okay, next one is, I wanted to be a writer when you grew up. I kind of always had a goal that I wanted to write a book at some point, but I never had an idea for one. Well, actually, I kind of did. I kind of had an idea for one. It was like it would have been like a thriller, inspired by Charles Manson type thing. But never really ever was serious about it, I guess you could say, or never really like fleshed anything out. It was just kind of an idea that popped in my head. And so I actually took a creative writing class in college, but never did anything with that either. So I don't know, I don't know how to answer that. I kind of had an idea for a book at one point, but not to the point where I would actually sit down and write it. Okay, another one is you gravitate towards superheroes rather than princesses, which is interesting. And yeah, I think so. Maybe not so much growing up. Growing up, I did love the princesses. I did. But yeah, I mean, I would much rather go see Avengers than the new Aladdin, even though Jasmine was the best part of that movie. Yeah, so I guess that's true. I do still love the princesses, though. I mean, very nostalgic. My girls love the princesses for sure. So definitely nostalgia for there. I was excited to see Belle when we went to Disney World. Just I was excited. She's my favorite. But no, I do like superheroes. I love all the Marvel movies and the DC movies and all that. I've seen almost all of them. So yeah, I guess so. Next one is you're a Virgo. Nope, I'm a Libra. My birthday is October 7th. So I'm a Libra. Next one is you rarely DNF a book. And yeah, I would say I rarely DNF. I haven't DNF much this year because I've really picked up books that I had a feeling I was going to love. I had DNF'd 2 recently. I think, were they in May? I think it was the month of May. I started out the month with 2 DNFs just because I got, partway through these books and I was like, there's no way I can keep going. But they were books I was excited to pick up anyway, but they were like kind of disappointing. So, but for the most part, if I pick up a book, I'm going to finish it. So yeah, I don't have a ton of DNFs. I've seen a couple channels where they will do, like quarterly DNFs. What do I DNF this quarter? And they have like 10 books. I'm like, oh gosh, like I know. I think I've had 2 for this year. Probably. So, yeah. So I would say that's true. I rarely DNF a book. And the last one is you got good grades in school and you were active on the student body. Grades, I was fine. I was probably like ABC grades. Moving around was difficult with grades because, you're in different places. They have different standards. Oh, we really saw that this year with my younger daughter, Layla. We came from New Mexico where the standards weren't as high as they are here in Florida. And she struggled in 2nd grade to kind of catch up. So she did it. I'm really proud of her, but 2nd grade was hard for her. So I think I kind of suffered some of the same things, especially, we lived in Alabama for a year when I was in 8th grade and I had to retake algebra when I got to Oklahoma in 9th grade because I didn't pass algebra. My teacher was awful. I didn't learn a thing. The school system was really bad in Alabama back then. But yeah, so grades were okay. Like I would say a good student, not excellent. I didn't get straight A's by any means. And then student body, no, I didn't do anything like that. I was on the dance team and the color guard in high school. And then in college, I was a cheerleader, if you want to call it that. We just did basketball games. And I was in a sorority. And that was kind of the extent of my school activities, I guess you could say. But my favorite thing was dancing. I loved dancing. And I was very lucky to be on the dance team, in high school. So that was fun. All right, guys, that is it. Those are your assumptions about me. So thank you to everyone who sent me messages, who sent me emails, who posted on Facebook, all that good stuff, and Instagram and everything. And thank you for your kind words. Number one, I'm glad I didn't get any just stupid mean people. I'm really glad I didn't get that. These are definitely times where I'm thankful I'm not a huge channel where I have, just people kind of trolling and just being mean. I'm glad I don't have anyone like that. So I'm very grateful. But thank you guys for all your input. I hope you liked it. If you have any more assumptions about me, let me know down below and I will answer them. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.